Hello everyone, and this is Phoenix here, and today we're going to be doing a video response to Xander Skullion, who has done a video talking about what are some of your favorite games that came out the year that you were born, and specifically we're going to be naming 3 of them. So I actually found this to be a very interesting topic, and just so you guys know, I am born in the year 1993. And wow, that was actually a pretty damn awesome year for video games, if I say so myself. Now, before we continue on with the video, one thing I would like to say here is that if you do want to make a video response or post a comment, we have a hashtag going on, and it's going to be called MYYEARINGAMING. So if you do want to make a video response, try to remember that, and same thing with posting a comment. But either way, with that being said, these are some of the games that came out on the year that I was born. So the first game that I want to mention that came out in the year 1993 happens to be The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Oh man, this game is just awesome. I mean, not only is it like probably one of my favorite Zelda games that came out on a handheld, but also it's just a really good one overall. I mean, I like the dungeon design, the whole map, and of course I like some of the new items that you can acquire, and of course I also like the fact that there's a lot of Mario references. I thought that was really cool. In fact, even Wart showed up in the game, which I thought was pretty interesting, since I think that actually might be the last game that he actually appeared in, if I remember correctly. And of course, one other thing I'll always remember about that game is the fact that, I remember there's like a storekeeper and you can steal stuff from him, but when you do that, then you go back in, he kills your ass. I thought that was really funny too. But yeah, you really just can't go wrong with that Zelda game in particular. It's probably one of my many favorite ones. And of course, I also like the whole beginning intro thing with like the whole cinematic with Link on the ship. I thought that was awesome. Definitely was pretty mind-blowing at the time, considering it was on like a handheld. But yeah, either way though, that was definitely a really good game that came out in the year that I was born. So the next one we're going to be mentioning here is Doom. I actually completely forgot that this game came out in 1993. But yeah, you know, one of the best first-person shooters ever, and not only that, but it's also very influential because it actually made the first-person shooter genre, like, the best that it could have been. I mean, yeah, we had, like, first-person shooters that came out before then, but, yeah, it was just, like, a whole other new thing there. I mean, it was basically, like, a super-duper version of, like, Castle Wolfenstein, or, you know, Wolfenstein 3, I should say. My bad. So there's not a whole lot that I can say about Doom that hasn't already been said before, but yeah, you're just using a marine, you have to go to hell and just kill the hell out of demons, and well, there you go. It's just good old fun time shit. In fact, I actually remember the first time playing it on my Windows 98 computer way back in the day. Man, that was a lot of fun. In fact, that game was actually pretty creepy at the time, but one thing that I always really liked about it, even back then, was the music. I mean, it was like, had like this like heavy metal like stuff with it, and it actually almost sounded like real actual songs. Like, I do remember one of them kind of sounded like Master of Puppets. In fact, there's actually very interesting trivia about that, where the guy that composed the music for Doom, unfortunately I forget his name, but apparently he was a lawyer before, and then when he went to work on, be a composer for like video games, or just like composer in general, he decided to take the concept of like having like songs that sound very similar to real songs, but because he was a lawyer, he knew exactly when to make a song to sound similar enough, but not quite sure to be like, you know, like copyright infringement and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was actually really interesting. It's just unfortunate that I probably forgot a little bit about some details there, but that's generally how it went. But I always thought that was really fucking cool. But either way, Doom, you just really can't go wrong with it. So the next one I'm going to be mentioning here is Megaman X. Oh yeah, this game is just awesome. I mean, you really can't go wrong with this game either. I mean, if you love Mega Man, then yes, you'll definitely love the X series. I mean, it's basically pretty much like the original series, but just it has more of a story base, which is nice. And of course, there's also the fact that instead of killing robot masters, you're killing mavericks, which are basically like robotic animals that have gone insane due to Sigma, who is usually the main bad guy in that game. But yeah, I mean, I just love it a whole lot. I love the music, the graphics. I pretty much just love everything about it. In fact, the X series is probably like my favorite series of Mega Man games. Don't get me wrong, I love the classic series just as much, but yeah, there'll always be a special place in my heart for that one. Even though, unfortunately, I never played Mega Man X until I think it was either 2004 or 2005. Yeah, I didn't play it like growing up or anything like that. Either way, though, you know, just another really awesome game that came out in 1993. So that's pretty much the end of this video response. It's actually a very short one, and it's actually a very interesting one. I actually really like this topic. So, like I already said at the beginning of the video, if you do want to make this sort of topic, of course, try to use the hashtag MYYEARINGAMING, and of course, just name some of the games that you really like that came out the year that you were born. Also, I'm going to be doing another video response to another YouTuber that's going to be pretty short, so keep an eye out on that if that's going to be something you're going to be interested in. So anyways, so what are some games that you really like that came out in the year that you were born, or maybe you have some memories with some of the ones that I mentioned, or yeah, because, there's always a chance that you could be born the same year, or day, or whatever that I was born in. I mean, there's a possibility. So anyways, so go check out Xander Skullion's channel if you haven't, and of course, I just want to say that thanks for watching and commenting, and have yourselves a great day.